Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Icosacast, weekly D&D live play podcast. Last time, all the adventurers who previously had been split up into two separate groups met up for the first time, though they're not best friends yet.
We will be.
One of the groups is fairly sure some people in the other group are murderers, and killed important people to their clan. But overall, they left together in what is the shakiest of all alliances, out of the city of Dalbaz. They left moving towards early evening, and they left towards the north of the city, on the road that would lead northward into the hills and then towards the mountains, where Bairn is from. Well, yeah, in that direction, northward. That is not the way you have to go, though. That is just the way you left the city. And as we start...
We are losing the light. Should make camp soon.
Did you bring supplies?
Yeah, the sleeping bag.
I have nothing.
Oh, God. Why are you going to sleep outside in the dirt?
How did you make it this far from your monastery with nothing?
I have a little pouch, but I don't need for anything else.
What is in this pouch?
Food?
Let me see. I try to take it.
I'm gonna stop him.
Roll sleight of hand. Roll a dex or strength save, whatever you want to do there.
18.
Okay. All right. So Nock just reaches out and snatches the pouch from Bairn and just starts running a little bit away and peeks inside.
I did it.
Does he always do this?
This went bad. It smells. I throw it away.
That's still good food.
Yo, it does. None of it smells like that.
It's. I promise.
Alright, well, it's in the bag there.
Can I have that back, please?
Anything interesting?
Can I?
I'm ready. Anything interesting?
May I just have it back, please?
What's in it?
Probably mostly just adventurer supplies.
Are you afraid of him
rations.
finding something? Is that it?
Here you go.
I'll turn it and
That thing's... you should
take everything out. Dump everything out.
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
Oh, well, now you got dirt on all your food.
Knock,
That's
it's not
fine.
polite to take other people's things.
And as Nock is complaining that your bag smells, she has a very damp red wig that's still dripping off of his head.
I had told you I have nothing to hide.
It's beautiful.
Yes.
You look ridiculous with that thing on.
I like it. It keeps my noggin cold. I mean warm. Yeah. Shut up, Puddle.
As the sun's going down, there are people returning to town, walking past you, giving you strange looks as they're coming in from the fields and in towards the city. You do notice around the city there aren't any houses. Everyone seems to live in the confines of what you would call the city. There's no wall or anything. But no one seems to have a house that's closer to their field. It seems that they travel back and forth every day. Even those further out in fields, pastures. You do notice animal enclosures. Maybe a bit strange that they live kind of further away from their animals. If something happens overnight, I guess you show up in the day and figure out what you lost. There's not too much proximity. But there are people walking by, giving you all very strange looks.
Where are we going? I forgot.
I'm going to visit my home.
Isn't it far away?
Very.
I've been walking all week.
It's hard to walk when you're small, I understand.
Not really. You're closer to the ground, so when you fall, it doesn't hurt that bad.
That's true.
I trip a lot.
What can we expect to learn there?
Nothing.
You wish to return to the place from whence you just came. Did you accomplish your mission?
No, we were looking for somewhere to go, and we couldn't go the other way because your people were going to kill us.
They were.
That's what you said, isn't it?
Or still are. We didn't tell them that, you didn't do it, or did do it.
This is before, when you lost your companion.
Mm-hmm.
Are we prisoners?
Seems like it.
Most definitely. I am much stronger than you.
Yeah, it says Bree, the small little halfling that was messing stuff up a little while ago with her bow, but also standing next to almost knee height to Badi, the huge ox woman with the battle axe across her back. Still bloodstained, with a big skull on her head.
Badi protects me and I protect her.
Evidently.
How did this come to be?
Knock. Maybe you should tell this story. You'll probably tell it better.
We were out in the field and I was walking around after I killed Princess Gummy Bear. I told you about that already, right?
He killed Princess Gummy Bear.
You did.
The skeleton.
Yes.
And those people, they left me, and I was wandering through the roads, and I was trying to find something to do, and I was sleeping near a tree talking to Puddle and Drip, and I found Bree, and she snuck up on me. What are you doing?
I was just inserting myself into your story. Continue.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry.
Hold on, I gotta start over now. So, I killed Princess Gummy Bear, and then these guys that I was with, that we were raiding a tomb, and they left me because, like they said, I talked too much. And then I found Bree, and she snuck up on me, and I was talking to Puddle, and Drip, and we found Badi.
And while he's going off, there is still faint smoke rising from the ground where Nox's lightning struck in those 3 random places in the general area.
Well, one wasn't random, I killed a squirrel.
That's right, he did kill a squirrel.
Why were you?
That was a
holding that
chipmunk.
thing?
A chipmunk. An animal.
I'd like to find the chipmunk if I could.
You cannot. There is not much chipmunk left.
Oops.
I am confused. Why would you go to a tomb?
Someone paid them to do it, the other 2 people, and I went with them.
For free.
Well, they kind of saved me from these other people that had me tied up because I thought they were my friends, and they said I talked too much. But they really weren't my friends. They were just pretending to be my friends. We were playing a game who could stay quiet the longest, and I lost real fast.
I understand.
What?
It's so hard to keep up with you.
He'll get used to it if we let you
I
stay that long.
I would say, Zephahim, that you would probably not feel great about being this close to the city if you knew you had people in the city looking for you.
Correct. We should continue north.
North is that way.
Yes, the way we are going now.
I made it up. Yep. I didn't really know if that
Could
was
go.
north.
It was a very good guess. You're getting better at this.
I had a 25% chance of being right.
Back towards
You
the
did.
city.
Not that way.
I think we should go to the mountains.
Or we could clear things up with my people and put this matter to rest. That would also be a good idea.
Actually, I
And
agree
what
with
if- and What
Badi.
if we walk into certain death?
If you did nothing, you have nothing to fear.
I do not fear anything.
Good, then come with me. I will show you the way.
Surely you're.
It seems as though you've already decided that we're guilty.
We don't
Those-
have.
As he
Well,
said, if
we-
you did nothing wrong, you have nothing to worry about.
I don't see
I
what the
have no
apprehension
reason to
is.
trust
I
any of
told
you
you
at this
I-
point.
I do not care where we go.
I told you I already follow you. You told me not to go. I have nothing to hide. I killed no one.
I do not know what to make of you, little big man.
Why don't you have
In
hair?
truth, we should probably just continue.
I'll ask you tomorrow.
But it's confusing.
Yes, it is. It seems many people have that question, unfortunately.
We can tell stories later. We must start moving.
Listen, a neutral location then. There's a town nearby. I've heard there's some trouble there.
Fine.
Will they have coin?
I have coin.
I don't want your coin.
It's the only one I have.
Nock pulls out one silver hex coin.
That is your only coin.
That is the coin your people use, is it not?
It is.
You should.
I'm rich.
But I don't want to take your only coin from you.
I wasn't giving it to you.
Well, that is good.
So I don't know if they have any coin, but they have more coin than my people have.
Shouldn't show people that you have
We
money.
could probably earn some good coin
Okay.
if there is trouble there.
If you'd
You
like.
know, what do you think?
I think we should go.
We need to.
The city has become a bit too hot as of late, probably due to recent events. I think it'd be best if we left it.
It is very normally hot around here.
It's not my fault. You offer a man a share in a meal and he draws a sword on you.
Where is this town?
I will show you. But we must hunt to eat tonight. Unless you two are more well provisioned than your ally here.
I have my own rations.
Rations.
I have a few days worth of food, yes.
I'll help catch us dinner.
I'll pick up the food
Yes.
that was thrown on the ground and put it back.
Leave them to their bread.
I like bread.
It's not theirs.
No, it's full of dirt now.
As long as we don't have to eat chipmunks, I'll definitely help.
We'll eat what we find.
Yes, Body.
3 should go. 3 should stay.
Well, I'm definitely gonna go because I am the best with the bow.
How do you assume
I'm
this?
sure you are. I'm sure you're very good with it.
Body, what would you
Trust
like
me,
me
I
to
can
do?
tell.
Why don't you help set up camp and gather wood for the fire?
Sure.
If that is alright. I know these lands better than you, and I know how to try game in the grasses.
That's fine.
I'll
Shouldn't
go
be
with
too
that.
long. But we need to get further out. I don't wish to become a poacher and take this livestock of their ilk.
I will go with these 2.
Very well. I'll remain here with these two.
Be careful.
Keep an eye on this one.
I'll keep
I'm
an eye on
staying
both of
here.
them.
Don't trust them.
Don't trust. But they're not bad people.
Just
Thank you.
be conscious that you're with them.
I won't fall asleep.
We don't know them,
Okay.
okay?
His
Puddle
name.
and Drip will keep you safe.
His name is Bjorn.
Correct.
Bjorn. Burn.
Beer Aaron.
What?
Bairn.
Baron.
Barry
Okay.
Aaron.
I had trouble with it too.
Barry Ann? What?
It's
No.
very Ann.
Okay.
Beard.
And your friend Vaseline. Got it.
Yes, Vaseline, I forgot about him.
I can't. Correct.
Well, let's be off then.
Have fun. Break a
Right,
leg.
who is going hunting?
Me.
I'll follow closely.
Okay, Knock, Body, and
Knock. I'm Bree.
Bree. Bree, Body. Ooh, that's fun to
And,
say.
and
And
Zephyrine.
Zephahim. are gonna
Bree
be there.
Body.
Okay. So is Body leading, trying to find the track of some sort of animal?
Zaba?
I figure, yeah, I'd follow Body
I
and
would-
see if Body
Another
finds
name?
something, and then I would.
Okay.
I would be bringing up the rear.
Sure.
I'm not expecting to find much around this town.
So Badi, why don't you give me a survival check as you try to...
6.
Okay. The sun sets. I think you go inland, right? You move away from the river towards... out past the fields towards the hills, which you can see off in the distance, right? You're still in most of the valley. It's very flat here. And you look around for a while. You think you might have found some prints. You follow them in what seems to be a circle. And then eventually, as you're going, you look closer, and you're sure now, right? They're a lot more fresh, and they're definitely rabbit prints. And as you're going and you follow the rabbit prints, all of a sudden they stop, and you're pretty sure it got picked up by a bird.
Well, looks like I'll have to forage. I'd like to use my Wanderer feature,
Okay.
which means I can find food and fresh water for myself and up to 5 other people each day, provided the land has offers small berries, a very small game, water, and so forth. So basically allows me to forage for sustenance.
Yeah, let's roll. Why don't you roll another survival check just to see how long it's gonna take you?
20. Dirty.
Yeah. You start foraging rather quickly, and you were hoping for some meat tonight, right? But now unable to find it. The sun pretty much set. You certainly find other things that you can easily...
Grasses, roots,
Yeah,
berries.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So you start collecting that. Back at the camp, you guys, I assume, start making camp, right? Getting a small fire. Are you off the road? Because you guys just left on the.
Yes.
You guys were just on the road. So you
Yeah,
just,
kind of off to the
towards the river or away from the river, which is still a little bit of a distance out.
between the river and the road.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of
Towards
move
the
over.
river then.
Yeah, a little bit towards the river, the opposite way that they came, out in a little area. You find a bit of a clearing that you're able to put your things down and sit around for a while. And what are you guys doing?
So build a fire. Knock.
Yes.
Would you like to hear a story?
Yes. Have you heard this story before?
Probably not.
Then you should listen.
I stand in front of the fire with with the fire between me and him, and I use my minor illusion to create small images as I'm telling the story. Once upon a time, there was the Lord of the Storms, living high in the sky, in a castle. The Lord of Storms had many sons, all beautiful, pearlescent skin, and made of various stones. There was one son that he admired among high, way more than the rest. One night, his other sons became jealous of this eldest and cast him to the ground, cursing him for all time, searing his skin. Bad things happen to people, Knock. You can't always prevent these things.
That was a horrible story.
That's life. Life is horrible stories, then you die.
Yes.
It's
You gotta
not,
take care. You gotta take care to make the stories that
It's-
you're involved
It's
in
not
be
so
good
bad.
ones.
It's not so
My
bad.
story is a good one now.
See?
Could you-
Here.
Tell
And I
us.
have Puddle and Grip and Bree and Buddy. And your name is
Burn.
Björn.
Okay. This is gonna
Burn like a fire.
be quite a challenge.
Burned your hair off.
Maybe. Maybe he can't remember.
Do you have memory issues? I can fix that.
He doesn't know. If he had memory issues, could he? How would he know that?
Sometimes if you get hit in the head really hard, you forget things, and then to make it come back, you have to get hit in the head hard again. I can fix it. Ready?
Please don't hit me. There's no need to hit me.
Knock was brought up on fantasy Saturday cartoons.
I don't know what those are.
There's no need.
I mean, if he had memory issues, how would he know?
Wow.
Body seems.
Hold on, I gotta think about this.
How would you know if you've forgotten things?
You're gonna confuse him.
I wouldn't remember them. I remember everything.
How do you know?
Most things. That I want to. If I don't want to, then maybe I shouldn't remember it. But there's a lot of things I remember I don't want to remember.
I'm gonna sit down, lean against one of the trees.
There are trees here, generally pretty skinny, and actually there's more as you move closer to the river. Like they're more likely to grow there. Very small copses, though. No forest or anything.
Yeah, just a tree that can support me leaning
Yeah.
on it. And I'll just sit there and I'm gonna meditate until the rest of them come back.
I'm gonna sneak up and climb the tree behind him.
It'd be really hard to climb, but you are a small gnome. Are you trying to be sneaky? So you're trying to be sneaky. Why don't you roll a stealth check? I think you can get in the tree. But it's this really very skinny thing going up, and he's laying right against it. And as you're going up, it's shaking quite a bit as you're like trying to meditate.
I don't stop. I just get to the
Yeah.
tree and sit in it.
Knock, please.
In the tree.
Can you just be still while you're up there?
Yeah, I finally get up to the top.
Thank you.
I'm gonna keep a lookout up here. It's better because I'm tiny.
That's actually a great idea.
Sometimes I have those.
I will try and...
It wasn't my idea. Puddle told me to do it. I'm sorry. I lied.
As you're sitting and meditating, you're remembering, and your thoughts bring you back to the monastery where you lived, where you grew up. Well, I mean, that was almost the correct form, but it's not quite right. Here, think of it this way. When you are trying to do the Dance of the Dragon, remember that this place here in Vistra, in your memories, sweeps his hand across the wide expanse of areas around you. You're well into the hills, right? Nestled in one of the sparring grounds of Halan Champil. And looking out in this like beautiful, beautiful, serene view, while it's the sunrise early in the morning. You've gotten up very early this morning. You have not eaten yet, which is the normal way of things. He says, imagine watching a dragon back in the ancient days when they were around, flying themselves through these hills. And as he's saying this, he starts going through the form, and he's like, and as you move, you should lose yourself in it. You simply know how to move around this area. It is your home. And he's just having these beautiful, graceful movements. He's like standing up on his single toe as he's just moving through what isn't much of a fighting form. Although you know that being able to move this way strengthens your core, strengthens your mind, strengthens your body, connects you to the world around you. And he finishes the form silently. His eyes half opened, but almost unseeing as he does. And as he stops and he lands so lightly, just staring out at this beautiful, beautiful scene of nature in front of you. And he kind of like breathes heavy. And then he kind of remembers you're there. Like he entirely and he goes, oh, I might have peed myself a little. Well, why don't you try it?
I just never can do it. I just can't get it right.
It was like a month ago.
I just can't get it right.
Yeah. He was kicked down nether regions in the last one. And Vistra says, living with the dwarves in your younger years, you were taught to, and he stamps the ground, and you hear like a shockwave shoots out from his foot as it hits. To be heavy and connected to the ground. This is a good thing. It absolutely is. But we are no longer in the hills. We are on top of them. It's simply a matter of elevating your mind, keeping those roots that are, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, that are part of who you are and have brought you here to us. But lifting your spirits and being able to float through this world as the dragons once did.
I will try.
Roll an Acrobatics.
10.
Okay. You do okay, right? You're still fairly new to the training, right? Some of the other trainers, I think, have not given up on you, but become frustrated, right? Like, why do I need to train the dwarf? Like, of all the people to be, like, the fleet-footed monk, these heavy, hardy hill dwarves are probably not the ideal candidates. So Vistra himself, the head trainer, Shika Vistra, has taken it upon himself to take over your training. And he's been doing it more and more. And you have been getting better. Marginally. Little at a time with a lot of hard work, but you've been getting better.
This is just taking forever.
Well,
I can't.
you're a monk now, so it is the rest of your life. You will live far longer than me, and, well, I've gotten graceful as hell.
True. It just seems so far away.
It is, yet closer than you think. There are many steps to take before you get there. Speaking of steps, there are beautiful, beautiful flowers, young baron, that grow on that hill. Do you fetch some for me? And he turns and walks away as you look way out at the little hill with the little sprig of flower sticking out of the top of it in the rising sun.
Okay. Will do.
Not too much later, after you've been sitting and relaxing and being a little itchy, and the sun is down, and the sound of bugs and cicadas are just everywhere, right? And if you don't want to make a fire for the light, you don't need to make a fire because it's quite warm, as it does tend to be in this part of the world. You return. You are all able to eat, though not the meat that you were probably hoping for. Not terribly hearty, but sustainable and fresh.
So when I said start the fire, what did you all do?
I gestured to the fire that I did my illusions over during my story. This fire.
It's kind of dying, though. We should probably put.
I guess soup's not an option tonight, everyone. I passed them out their roots and their
I'm good.
grasses.
I'm gonna go over with my cape, which it's full of berries that we forged.
Wait, those aren't the blueberries, right?
No.
Wait. Which
No,
ones
we
are the
learned our
bad
lesson
ones?
from that.
Yeah, I did.
And I'm just gonna take a handful and put them in front of each person.
What color are the berries that you foraged?
Red.
Okay.
Throw them at everybody. Throw them at them because I don't like them.
No, I had. I ate some
Bunty,
bugs.
is this enough?
That's a good job, Bree. You did good. You did well.
Thank you. No one wants to.
Okay.
Bingo!
Bingo cat.
So I suppose we will all camp here for the night.
I truly appreciate you giving me
How do you
this
roll a
food.
nature check?
Oh, that's good. 19.
Okay, you stop Bree before she eats the red berries.
You stop everybody else.
I'm gonna.
I'll start eating.
I have a wild, it's almost like a wild, a maze kind of small corn. I would have to.
I'm
It'd be
gonna
better if we could cook it.
I was eating my rations.
start putting it into my mouth. Okay.
Thanks, Buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
And I'll eat it.
Which one?
The berries that it was given
Okay.
to me. I really appreciate you guys.
I need Knock and Baron to make Constitution saves. This was most of their pre-game
10.
one shot, by the way.
Oh, I can't remember what color it was.
18.
You can roll at advantage. You're a dwarf, dude.
18.
Okay. Good. 10.
Do you always give your prisoners food?
You're not. Why are you calling yourself my prisoner?
That's what he said.
You're not cool enough to be our prisoner.
Don't listen to everything he says. Baron, that's my first advice to you.
Well,
The first of many advice.
the only. Yeah.
You also
He's
shouldn't.
lucky.
You shouldn't talk to yourself when you meditate. Did you pee yourself?
Yes.
No.
I minor illusion pee on him.
I did not.
I don't know what that looks like. Spec.
How? What are these gestures you're making?
Magic like this.
I'm flamboyant.
What do you do?
I make a tiny version of the tree that I was sitting with me in it and him meditating in front of it. This is what we did the whole time you were gone.
How do you come by such abilities?
I've always been able to do it.
Nock studied for years,
That sounds like a waste
reading
of time.
the texts, memorizing all of the... What do you call them now? Incantations.
That sounds embarrassing.
No, didn't do that.
What did you do?
I don't know. I can just do it.
Troubling. And you?
I do a minor illusion of myself as a baby. Do a minor illusion of myself as an even smaller baby.
Oh.
My tummy hurts.
I don't like
Must-
them.
I ate some bugs in the tree.
Why would you do that?
He was hungry
They
and it's
weren't bothering
protein.
you.
I know what that is.
That's not kill for no reason.
Kill?
I didn't kill them, I ate them.
It's not like it was a chipmunk, it was just a bug. God.
Same thing. All life is the same.
You're so sensitive.
Ben, we are meat. If you were to drop dead tomorrow, I'd eat you.
Whoa.
And especially
That's
since you killed his whole family, I would eat you too.
Well, I did not kill his
I mean,
family.
Speaking for myself, I would not eat
don't just-
a bald dwarf. I mean, there's probably something.
I mean, that's fair. There's probably something wrong with him because he's bald and that's weird.
Someone.
But it wouldn't smell like hair, like burnt hair when you roast him.
That's a gross smell.
So, the matter of watches then. I suggest one from each party. 3 shifts.
Okay.
Okay.
Me first.
Take your partner, Nock.
You, I haven't talked to you yet.
Good.
Zeph.
Zephyr.
You can just call me Zeph. Or Z.
I'm gonna disappear. Bye.
Bye. Go to sleep.
Then you will be on first watch.
Yes.
Who wishes to take second watch?
I'll do it.
I will not do it.
Where'd you go?
She's
She's very good at being sneaky.
I guess not you.
I'll
You
take
couldn't
a watch
even
with
see
you
me.
if you
I'm
want.
getting so good at this.
We can certainly have a discussion.
Alright, that's fine. Which one do you want?
Bugs.
Second or third?
I probably won't sleep much.
Three?
I'll take third watch.
Alright.
What am I doing?
You're with Inda on third watch. I'm
I
with
don't like him.
I'm with the dwarf on second.
Ugh, he's
Sorry.
worse.
I don't know, so I'm there.
Who?
Alright, so who's taking first watch?
Me.
Okay.
And Zeph.
Zephachim and Nock. Okay, everyone else goes to sleep. Are you leaving the fire lit? Or are you letting it die down? Leaving it lit? Okay.
It's hot. You go to sleep, I put it out.
We are on first watch, I put the fire out.
Okay. That's
I'm
so
saying it.
why, as everyone else goes to sleep, why don't I can have each of you roll a perception check, or I can have one of you roll an advantage. It's up to you.
Both roll. Yay. 10.
16.
Those 10 tonight.
Yes.
You guys are watching.
Did you see that?
See what? What have you seen?
Nothing. I was hoping you saw something to talk about.
You were the one who wanted to talk to me.
Not really. I just haven't spent time with you yet because you went hunting and.
Okay. I did not see anything yet.
Okay.
Pay attention now.
Okay.
We could have visitors. What is so funny?
Fun. I was only a joke.
Oh man.
I I'm sure it was a funny joke.
It was about you.
I don't want to hear it then.
Oh, good, because I actually wouldn't think I'd be able to tell it.
I might get mad at Puddle.
Yeah, most people do.
This is frustrating.
Do you want to see a magic trick?
No. I want to watch for
Okay.
enemies.
Alright. Okay.
Okay. The first walk passes without any further issues, any issues other than interpersonal. The second watch is
In Knox's case, it's intrapersonal.
Bree. Oh no, it was going to be Baron and Buddy. All right. Yeah, you.
I try to wake him up when we switch, but when I wake him up is to hit him in the head to try to bring his memories back.
Are you gonna try to do it hard?
No, but
Oh,
just
okay.
like, not to hurt him, but just like, I'm gonna start the process.
Yeah. So you wake up to noise smack in the forehead.
Did it work?
Knock,
Okay, never mind. Good night.
my memories are fine. Why do you keep hitting me?
How do you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
No, wake up,
Huh?
buddy. Wake up, buddy.
Oh, okay. And I'll be very gentle and just shake Buddy. Your watch.
I'm going to sleep.
When I know they're sleeping, I'm gonna I'm gonna light the fire again.
Make a survival check.
13.
Yeah, easy enough. You gather everything together. You bastards put it out, and then you light it. You have a decent little fire going.
I would never say bastards, but yes.
That was the internal
I'm just kidding.
monologue.
No,
It's the dwarvish
yeah.
version. It's
Yeah.
a little
I'll hand him one of my stalks of corn I have.
Accepted.
Midnight snack.
Thank you. That's you're awfully nice to me. I don't understand.
Neither do I. How did you come by the other two? Honestly.
I told you I was in the town. I was in the town with my master.
Yes.
And we were looking for a relic,
I know. You told me.
and they happened to show us around, show us some history as we were there.
Where was this relic supposedly kept?
We were
In Davos?
we were following a trail to it. Someone had stolen it from us.
Who?
We don't know.
What trail then?
Clues that were given to us. We don't know much about him. It was
And these
more-
clues led you to Dalbaz.
Correct.
And where did they lead next?
We were hoping to find more there.
And you did not.
He, unfortunately, as we got there and after our tour, he never came back. Which is odd because he would never leave like that. It just doesn't.
And how long ago was this now?
Was it only been one day?
Are you testing his player knowledge or his character knowledge?
Both knowledge is not good.
It's
However,
been the better part of a week.
so it's a little over a week.
What god do you worship? Baron.
Good question.
For the record, Inda, we can see everything.
That's fine.
So can he. Bingo!
Is that
Cat.
Inda's brought to you by Five Icebergs and Fries.
My
God,
god is the same
Steven.
as everyone else's Dalbaz.
Okay. Yeah. So give some. I'll bet you out a little bit.
Thanks,
yeah. So
buddy.
Don't do that!
So
Okay.
in this part of the world, most people are Sazish worshippers. You
Or not.
probably wouldn't be.
No.
Yeah.
I take it you're not a religious man, given your waffling.
What's a waffle?
It's more of a dragon.
You worship a dragon.
Correct.
Do I know any dragon gods?
Roll a religion check.
I would do so well with these. Oh, that's not terrible. 15.
Pass that down to Matt.
Do you?
The last one. That's what we named it. I think.
No.
Yes.
That's the.
That's originally what we named it. Just saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why I was so confused.
Oh, that's
Oh, I can't
so.
wait for
That's
this.
no.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Don't know how that happened. Is this like the last campaign when everyone was named Eldon?
Yes. That's exactly what's happening.
That's what's
here.
happening again, right? There were 3 people. Okay.
Wow.
The god's name is Dalban.
Dalban. I've
Yes.
not heard of this.
I did not make that note on that page. No. Dalban means nothing to you. Dragon gods mean nothing to you. Dragons themselves were things that were here when the Earth was young, right? Or the Earth, this
Sure,
world,
sure.
whatever it is. Definitely, Earth is not the name of it. There is no name of it. But when the world was young, dragons and giants fought. You know that much. Certainly, dragons were worshipped then. Not too much of dragon worship now, but you know, you could see it. You could see it being a thing.
Well, you are a strange one. My people follow Prakertikroot.
Do I know anything of that?
Roll a religion check, Baron.
11.
Yeah, it's not a high DC, so yeah, so remember the Pantheon, the way, not the actors in the Pantheon, but the way that they're thought about is a lot different in this campaign than it was in the last one we played. Yeah, I didn't print it out, I know. Most people wouldn't see it.
But I could see it.
Yeah, I know.
All I need is it something that
I
would
gave all
heard-
of you a handout, right?
You didn't.
On the heavens?
No, you showed us. You didn't.
Oh, I showed you. My
All I
bad.
need to know is if I would be familiar with it.
So Sazish is the god, right? He, in this part of the world, Sazish is the god that is mostly worshipped. And those other major gods that we thought of that way from the last pantheon are more thought of as... So think of Sazish as the emperor, and each of the other gods are warlords, right? Trying to take and get what they can. But the real, true ruler, right, is the emperor, is Sazish. So Prakertikroot, you know, is one of these warlordy creatures. I had a name for them, but I don't remember what they're called. Give me a name for them. What would people call... Because I'm bad with names, guys. Stream
Okay.
people. I'm bad with names. Of things, of people, that's it. So, pretenders to the god, or demon-type things, or, you know, they're sub, they're under... I don't need it right this second, but that's the idea, right? Pretenders to the throne of godhood.
Okay.
Connected with nature. You probably know that the Prakertikroot, the Prakertikrooti, the Ox people, worship Prakertikroot as a god.
Okay. Interesting. I've never come across.
When I die,
Okay.
I will pass into the wilds of Sylvaticus, where I will hunt with my forebears. What will happen to you when you die, Baron?
I hope to be guided to the heavens.
Dalban is not the god of your fathers, I assume.
More of a guardian.
But how will you meet them in the afterlife?
Will guide us to them. Dalban doesn't exist, obviously, physically, but he is all around us.
But if your family did not worship Dalban, you will not find them when you die. You will be alone.
No, I've given my life to them, to him.
This is most troubling.
You choose. You can choose.
Dangerous choice. To be alone in death.
I don't see it that way, unfortunately.
Eat your corn.
I'll eat corn.
It's corn. Corn of blues and reds, no yellow to be seen past the husk. Wild corn of this wild place.
Sweet.
Your watch goes by unnoticed, or uneventful, sorry, without you noticing anything, as does the next one. At that point, oh, did you want to do something?
I don't know. I thought my watch would be more eventful than.
Oh, okay. We can do a quick watch before we take a break.
Bingo!
Cat.
God, it's so bad.
Yikes.
I'll say it rude
Big yikes.
before
That's gonna be a cringe from me.
we pass the watch. They try anything, wake me up. Break. They try anything. I'm a light sleeper.
I'll make a bird noise.
All right. Whatever you think is best.
Let's meditate. Go back to meditation.
I suppose it's our turn.
I mean, we're the only ones left.
So. There's Cat. Bingo! So we'll start. I guess we'll start our watch. There, Catman.
Sure. Yeah, you guys are woken up. Everyone else goes to sleep. The
Just as a
fire is
side
still
note-
going, but low.
I'm keeping my hand on my dagger the whole time because I do not trust this guy.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk
Roll
over-
sleight of hand. What's your passive perception?
9.
Sucker.
You have no idea she has her hand on the side.
I need to do the math. I rolled an 18 and I have a +7.
Either way, I'm walking.
Thanks.
I'm walking towards the outskirts of the campsite.
Thanks,
anyway.
Fahim.
You're walking where?
I'm walking to the outskirts of the campsite anyway, just looking out into whatever.
So while Bree's sitting here in her watch, I think she'll play her flute a little bit, like quietly. Like to not draw attention, but to like, it's almost like her form of meditation.
Won't that wake them up?
I enjoy it.
It's
It
very
depends on
quiet.
how well she plays.
True.
Sure, roll a performance check.
Ooh, 7.
Pitiful. Amateur.
Yeah, everyone wakes up.
Wait, flute was actually not my primary instrument. It's the one that I took with me.
Well, maybe why it doesn't come out that well. But you do take the flute and try to play it.
Amateur hour?
And it's... I don't know how many band geeks are in the room. What's up? Woo woo! But that great thing that a flute player does where you get the low bass notes, but then like that whistle, that
Like
high
that whistle that
pitch
comes through?
coming right through above it.
So it's not Lizzo, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not Lizzo.
Yeah.
Her
Brought to you
her
by
embouchure
Lizzo.
isn't quite there. She's not able to kind of form the sound well, and y'all wake up to some.
Oh,
Why is the fire going?
That is beautiful, Larry.
I should have brought my.
fire
I should have played the fiddle
Why?
instead.
Thing, yes. Play
It
the
was
thing
out
you
when
played
it was-
before.
I put it out when I went to bed.
The
It
other
was on
instrument?
when I went to
Yes, the wooden.
Okay, so I'll play a sad dirge on my fiddle instead.
You
Roll a
did this
performance check.
I did. I don't like the dark.
Oh God.
Are you proficient in these?
Yes.
If you
Well,
close
If
your
somebody
eyes,
wanted
official
to
five.
find, if somebody
Well, you
wanted
already
to find
did,
us,
right?
and harm to us,
11.
they could see us by the fire.
Better.
Okay.
You're a little
She's still-
shaky
she's
because
still-
you.
she's still
upset
playing?
you.
I'm
She-
sad.
She put the flute away and starts playing the fiddle, and it's better. It's certainly better. She's still a little shaky.
Why are you playing music at this time?
We're trying to be low key, are we not?
It soothes my soul.
It's going to soothe anyone right over here to kill us.
Well, that's
Yeah.
not true.
We are
Okay.
being loud and the fire is going.
I'm not being
don't-
loud.
That could not be more obvious.
I don't like the dark.
You would rather get danger while we are sleeping.
The fire is shining right off
I'll
your
put away
shiny
both
head.
my instruments and say, go back to bed.
Sleep. It's fine. Everything is fine. There's nothing wrong.
Just put out the fire.
Okay, go to sleep.
I'll just do my morning in private without music. It's fine. Zephyr, go to bed.
I kicked sand over the fire to put it out.
I enjoy your playing.
Thanks, Bobby.
It was
You're a
enjoyable.
true friend.
Perhaps we will.
Maybe some more practice while we are awake. Or sleep again. I don't know which is better.
There's no need to be rude.
The people of
I
the
am tired.
cities paid us tremendous amounts of money to play for them.
This is not
And
true.
that's why we're sleeping out in the
Do I
woods.
believe her?
Roll persuasion or deception. Roll insight.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
This is real deep, you guys. This is it. Sitting on fire.
16.
18.
Oh.
Tremendous is probably an overstatement, right?
tremendous. That's why we're sleeping out
Seems you are
inside.
exaggerating a bit.
We played wonderfully.
To each
Why
their
do
own, I
I
guess.
believe her?
We should all return to sleep. This is
That would be lovely.
everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna try to meditate again.
Yeah.
So I keep
Baron,
getting
maybe you're not
distracted.
as bad as I thought you were.
Ben, do not relight the fire.
And I'll go back
please.
to my
Next
watch.
time you play, Bree, perhaps I will sing with you.
I would love that.
I'm gonna go to sleep too.
Okay.
We would
Alright.
love that.
You're just out, like, a bit further away, scanning the
Yes.
area. Okay. Uneventful night passes on the outskirts of Dalbaz. And we're gonna take a little break. People can use the pee-pee hole and all that other stuff. We will be back in 9 minutes.
Hooray!
So we need soup and green.
Run!
We will be back.
Supreme suck.
So
Round the suck, Tony.
Huh?